2014 is a great year for gaming, and with the release of the PS4, Xbox One, and Wii U, which should you try? How about neither? Welcome to ETH.
What is up, guys? Today I'm coming at you with a PC build that's going to blow away any next-gen console. And the best part of it all is that it's sub $500, a great entry-level budget for a high-end machine. Starting the build off is the raidmax Eclipse Gaming Craft case. And right out the box you know that this case is a beauty. Matte black design with a sleek gloss finish. What I like about this case is the front panel door that opens and closes, revealing 5 DVD base slots and 2 USB 2.0 ports. Taking a look inside this case, we see 4 120mm fans, plus the one LED fan on the side panel, giving this case extremely great ventilation. Also on the front of the case there's a thermometer to sense the core temperature of all the components inside the case, and since we're going to be gaming, that's nice to have. I managed to pick this case up at a steal of a deal. Coming in at only $29, you couldn't beat that even if you were Chris Brown.
But one thing to remember is that quality isn't really cheap, and cheap isn't really quality. So yeah, raidmax.
Up next we got the Corsair Builder Series 430W PSU. It's not modular, but since it's in a sleeve design, that will help a lot with the cable management. It also has an 80 plus bronze power efficiency rating, so most of the power will actually be used by our system.
At the stellar price of only $37, the only downfall I saw with this PSU is that it's only 430 watts, which is not too bad, but it's only just enough wattage to power up our system. It doesn't really allow any room for expansions or overclocking. So when you do decide to upgrade this rig, the PSU should be at the top of the list, because what most people don't realize is that the PSU is one of the most important parts, and it can bottleneck the whole system if you cheap out on this. But here is something you won't have to upgrade: an absolute beast of a processor.
The AMD FX 6300. With 6 physical cores to work with, this processor is ideal for gaming and video encoding. This is the Black Edition, so it's clocked at 3.5 GHz and able to clock up to 4.1 GHz. Coming in at $110, it's worth every penny. Highly recommended. Other than the 6 physical cores, this processor does comes with a fan and heatsink with pre-applied thermal paste, and it's rocking the AM3 Plus socket. So for the motherboard, we went with the asus M5A78L-MLX Plus motherboard. With this board you get so much added features like turbo key for the unleash mode and asus EPU technology for power management and efficiency with protection against anti-surge. With 2 DDR3 DIMM slots that supports all the channels, this motherboard delivers a complete package at this price point. Only drawback is that it's hybrid, meaning that it does support crossfire, but only with the integrated graphics. At $45, that was fine with me. For the RAM, we went with the Kingston HyperX Blue 8GB stick. 8GB is more than enough for gaming, and right at the sweet spot for video editing. Clocked in at 1600 MHz will allow for a seamlessly smooth multitasking experience.
Instead of getting 2 4GB sticks utilizing dual channel memory of our motherboard, we only went with 1 8GB stick, so that when we do decide to upgrade in the future, all we gotta do is get one more 8GB stick and stick that right in there, maxing out at 16GB. And for the 1GB stick, that only came to us for about $70.
Keeping on track with our budget, we went with the Western Digital 1TB hard drive. Although it's not as fast as the black one, it still gets the job done.
Picking between an SSD and a hard drive can be challenging, but it all depends on what your needs are: speed or capacity. Sooner or later, we all be using these solid-state drives, but until they can make an affordable 1TB SSD, I'm going to be siding with hard drives.
The hard drive is going to cost us about $60, but if you do decide to go with an SSD, you can pick up a 250GB SSD for about $150. Introducing the star of the build, the reason why we're here, the AMD Radeon HD 7790 1GB OC Edition. This card can handle anything you decide to throw at it now or later. Overclocked straight out the box at 6000 MHz with a memory interface of 128 bits, sporting a 2K resolution over HDMI allows you to easily game at high to ultra 30 to 60 frames per second. Added features that come with this card is the MSI Afterburn for efficient overclocking, Predator for on-screen video capture, and a 1-year warranty. This card is perfect for this build, but if you do happen to come across the 2 GB version of this card, it's highly recommended to pick that one up if you're going to be running i-infinity or dual monitors. However, with the price to performance ratio of this card, it's a complete win. Coming in at $120, this card is probably the best entry-level AMD graphics card at this budget.
If I were to change anything about this rig, it would definitely be the PSU. 430 watts is just to get us in the door of PC gaming, because when we start to play more demanding titles like Metro Last Light, Far Cry, and Watch Dogs, we will see a significant frame rate drop with this power supply due to lack of wattage. This PSU only serves for 2 purposes. 1. To see if PC gaming is for you, and to keep us underneath the budget. To get the full potential out of our PC, we either go with a 550 to 600 watt PSU. After it's all calculated, this bill comes at $471, $29 underneath the $500 budget, which is awesome. Obviously, you're going to need an operating system to run like Windows, which is going to set you back about $100, but there are ways to get Windows for little to none. Anyways guys, the part list will be in the description below, along with links to their respective prices. Also in the description below will be a link to the actual build of this PC, so be sure to check that out. Also, I'll be benchmarking this PC, so if you guys have any of your favorite games or benchmarks that you want to see this PC max out, make sure to leave that in the comment section. And be sure to like and subscribe for future vids and upgrades. And thanks for watching the premiere of ETH. Peace.